What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. How's everyone doing? I missed you guys yesterday. It was a lonely day. Only myself. I had to postpone the show, but that's okay. We're here today, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have lots of fun. Today, I got so much to talk about. You have no idea. It's crazy. Lots of stuff happening today. What's up? It's Lena's World. What's up, Caden? As usual. No, I'm not mute. I'm not muted. Not this time. Yeah, no, not this time. Definitely not muted this time. Can you hear me? Because now you're scaring me. Can you hear me? What am I munching on? Nothing. Literally nothing. Not munching on anything today. But yeah, so today we got so much to talk about, so much to deal with, so much to explain. Lots of people being jumping the gun as usual, per usual, getting on the Amber Heard train again. I'm surprised though. I'm surprised. Yeah, don't play with me like that because I do have that issue a lot. But before we get into anything, I am giving away this pup today to anyone who can answer this question. Superior Octopus. So it was an exclusive. So I picked up a couple of them. I'm going to give that away to anyone who can answer me this question. You have to DM me personally. Don't put it in the comments, please, because that ruins the fun. But to anyone who can answer the question. So Patrick Wilson has played two characters in the DCEU. Obviously, one of them is Orm. Who else did he play in the DCEU? DM me in my comment or my DMs and Twitter. Let me know who it is. The first person to do so, I'll give this Superior Octopus to, and that should be fun. So anyway, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are new. And if you're returning, we thank you. As always, we do it for you and we do it for the culture. Consider becoming a member of the Patreon program. It's only $5 a month, and you get exclusive access to so much cool stuff. Early access to podcasts, the good stuff. Early access to all pre-recorded content, behind the scenes, yada, 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 yada. I won't go on and on, but thank you so much to Caden Reed, Nick DePalma, and Odd for joining that. As always, we are brought to you by Bonk's Bar in Philadelphia. If you're in the area and you're looking for some seafood or beer, wine, you just want to have a good time, play some trivia, do whatever, head over to Bonk's Bar. Guys, let's get into it. Let's get into the topics for it. Actually, I have a story for you. I have a story for you first. Let's get it. It's story time. It's story time. But let's get into that story now. Make sure that you like this video. So it's not so much of a story as it is a recap of what happened to me. And it's kind of funny, I suppose. But on the previous Saturday, we were supposed to have this guy come on the show and join us. And he's a Warner Brothers executive. He's like the manager of all their social stuff, HBO originals, original content. And he was supposed to come on the show. So we're sitting there, we're getting ready for the show, right? It's about 5:55. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm really excited to have him on, talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League, talk about all this cool stuff. And I was just really excited. So I kind of jumped the gun and I was like, okay, let's go live now. And we'll wait for him to come. We'll introduce him. We'll tell the people who he is, and then we'll introduce him. When I see him backstage, I'll bring him on the show, and we'll do it like that. Well, by my doing that, I started the show, obviously. And what happened was he didn't show up because he had a family emergency. And now we just look stupid so we were waiting there. 30 minutes had gone by and I was kind of like, where's this guy? I'm getting a little nervous. And then we just had to admit that oh God, he's not here. What's up, man? He's not here. This is really awkward. So we had to do all that. It was just really a weird encounter. I am sorry about that. But I did feel super stupid. However, this brings me to this. So March 5th, which is this Friday, we're going to be joined by Liz Wonder, who she's like a Wonder Woman cosplayer. She does like charity work for kids in hospitals. She's a really big cosplayer in the Zack Snyder Justice League world, especially. And she really does. She looks almost identical to Gal Gadot. So I'm really excited to have her on the show. So we're gonna do that on Friday. Typically, we don't do podcast or any kind of episodes on Friday. However, as a way to say sorry and thank you for being part of the Pop Culture Corner, we're going to do that on Friday. And then on Saturday, then Homeboy is going to return. Well, he's actually going to make his first appearance, not return, because he didn't show up on Saturday due to a family emergency. So what we'll do is back-to-back. So back-to-back shows. We're going to do Friday and Saturday. And Friday will be Liz Wonder. And then Saturday will be Marcel. So there it is. Liz Wonder Friday, Warner Rep Marcel on Saturday. It's kind of funny because his last name's Friday, so it kind of looks backwards. But it's going to be really fun. Don't forget as well, on March 31st, we'll be doing our live Godzilla vs. Kong show from Showcase Cinemas. And that's going to be a really good time. But let's get into some topics of the day. So I have the first topic. The first topic I'd like to talk about is, where is it here? The Amber Heard rumors. So the Amber Heard rumors making the rounds today. Well, they kind of, okay, so let me sit down for this. The Amber Heard rumors they've been around for quite some time now. But I'm surprised it took this long for the rumors to turn into something like they did. So Amber Heard plays Mera in the Aquaman franchise, and she was also in Justice League, well, the theatrical cut of Justice League. We saw her there as well, and we saw her, and we're going to see her in Zack Snyder's Justice League as well. And after what happened with her and Johnny Depp was let go from Warner Brothers. He's in the franchise Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and then the second one, and he was going to be in the third one, and he plays Grindelwald. Warner Brothers, after their little public separation and lots of stuff going on with them, there was a lot of like abuse in the relationship, yada, yada, yada. We all know the story. Now, basically what's happening is there was a rumor going around about Emilia Clarke replacing Amber Heard. I saw a lot of the sources. So a lot of the articles that I saw today were sourcing Andy Signore. Now we know Andy because he is a friend of Jody's Corner. So I don't know why anyone's like sourcing him, but that's where a lot of people are getting their quote unquote information from. So I just want to say this. I don't think so. Amber Heard has not been fired from Warner Brothers. They are not shy about coming out and making statements saying, listen, like they came out and said Johnny Depp was fired. They came out and said Zack Snyder's leaving this project. They're not weary or afraid of telling us what's going on. The fact that they didn't come out and tell us is a clear indicator that it's not true, right? And I don't know why they would have waited so long to let her go. It doesn't really make sense, and it didn't track well with me. So I did a little digging, and that rumor has since been debunked. DC Films has not let Amber Heard go as of yet. We know that we're going to see her in Zack Snyder's Justice League. We've seen set photos of her. We've seen her pictures. Khaleesi rises. It was from Forbes. Listen, I saw 12 articles today that all quoted Andy Signore. So there's too many to go through. Cinema Blend was reporting it. The Hollywood Reporter reported it, but then debunked it. And I was seeing it everywhere. All of a sudden I was seeing it everywhere. And then I did a little bit digging. But like I said, DC Films would have just came out and said it, right? If they had let her go, she's not an actress she's an actress in $1 billion franchise, right? So changing that last second and not telling anyone would be kind of a mistake. So I think if they were going to replace Amber Heard with Emilia Clarke especially, they would have come out and told us. DC Films would have come out and told us. So until they do that, we shouldn't take anything as gospel, take everything with a grain of salt, and definitely don't trust Andy Signore. Not that he's not reliable for some things, but Amber was just a part of additional photography for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I don't see her, honestly, I don't see her being replaced. I don't. They already got rid of Johnny. Johnny was definitely, how do I say this? Johnny was definitely the face of that relationship as far as like the bad parts of it, right? Johnny was the instigator, like everyone was making him whether or not that's true, that's how it was portrayed, that he was the bad guy in the relationship. I'm not saying that that's true. I'm just saying that that's how it was, like very miscued in its reporting. So he was terminated. And then, the way Warner Brothers sees it is, all right, we've done what we were supposed to do, right? We got rid of Johnny Depp, and arguably like a really good role for Johnny. I really liked him as Grindelwald. I thought he, when he replaced Colin Farrell, it was kind of weird. But it was, it was Johnny Depp. So, and the way they did it didn't make it seem malicious. However, afterwards, like when I really go back and watch it, I'm like, why would they like set it up as Colin Farrell? Like you have two big actors. Why would you do that? Like, why would you? Oh, it's later revealed that Colin Farrell was actually Johnny Depp the whole time. It was strange. It was strange. But what I'm saying basically is out of Amber and Johnny, they were both not that great, right? Their relationship was tainted. They were really toxic to each other. And that's where it should have been left, right? Their dispute between themselves. I don't think that neither one of them should have lost their jobs or anything like that. Their private life is their private life. Regardless, I guess if Johnny was convicted of abuse or domestic violence, or Amber was convicted of abuse or domestic violence, that I could see them stepping in and saying, listen, I'm sorry, guys, but, we can't be seen with you guys at the forefront of two really large properties. So we're going to have to part ways with both of you. That would have made sense to me. The fact that only Johnny was the one to get the boot was really strange. But they were sending a clear signal, right? That they were on maybe they weren't on Amber's side, but they were definitely leaning more towards that Amber was telling the truth and Johnny wasn't. And Johnny was going to be a huge role in Fantastic Beasts. So, Johnny's going to go on and do other things, right? He's always going to be Johnny Depp, right? Studios will always want him in certain roles because he's Johnny Depp. Tim Burton's been rumoring to bring Johnny back for certain things. So hopefully, he's doing well and he does well. But Amber, as far as Amber's concerned, she's definitely still in Aquaman 2. She's definitely still playing Mera in the DC universe. And she's definitely not fired as of yet. So, we'll see. We'll keep tracking that story and we'll let you know when anything new comes out. However, today we've seen it a lot in recent weeks, I should say, recent months, where a story just kind of gains a lot of traction. It's not sourced properly. The information isn't 100% correct, and it kind of does the viral rounds. That is a problem in today's society, where fake news, quote unquote fake news, does travel a lot further than the truth, right? So fake news is an issue in society these days. And, with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, yada, 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 these stories have a clear path to the masses. So don't believe everything you hear. Source it, check the facts, do the digging. I didn't believe it the minute I saw it. I saw the same kind of article probably a month and a half ago. So I was, I was like, why is it all of a sudden this breaking news, right? Why is it all of a sudden that everyone else is catching up? If this story was true a month ago, why is it big all of a sudden right now? Why wouldn't it have been big already when the article actually dropped? So let's see what you guys are saying. They were both bad, but Amber was worse. I don't know, Caden. Listen, we can't say who's worse. We weren't there. We weren't in the room. We weren't a part of their relationship. So we can't really say who's really worse. They're both bad, though, right? They're both bad. Johnny was the best part of Fantastic Beasts, too. I'm going to have to agree with you there. I thought the chubbier guy in Fantastic Beasts, he was a riot in the first one. In the second one, his comedy wasn't on par with, his comedy wasn't as good as it was in the first film. And then it says Depp went on to bigger things anyway. He's Joker in the Batman. Okay, we'll see. We shall see. But let me know what you guys think. Should Amber Heard still be playing Mera? Do you agree that Johnny was at fault? Do you agree that Amber was at fault? Do you agree that both of them were at fault? Who should be taking the fault or taking the fall, I should say? And do you think that Amber got off too scot-free? Let me know in the comments. Guys, the Golden Globes were last night. Did anyone watch? Yeah, 4. Okay. All right. Did anyone watch the Golden Globes last night? I thought it was a pretty, it was an okay show, I suppose. But the Golden Globes were last night. I'll be honest with you, the Golden Globes aren't they're not my favorite awards show out of the bunch, but it's fun to watch them, especially because it was delayed for 2 months. So after a 2-month delay, the Golden Globes kicked off last night with some technical issues, kind of like I do, right? So little technical issues. So they kicked off with a little bit of technical issues, some comedy, some controversy, and overwhelmingly some tear-jerking moments coming from Chadwick Boseman's partner when she took the award, or she accepted the award for him. I thought it was a very touching moment to see her up there accepting the award as posthumous for Chadwick Boseman. He did win best actor in a drama for his role. What was it? Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I believe it was. So he took home that award. It was really it was a weird ceremony for the most part, right? You had Tina Fey in New York virtually, and then you had Amy Poehler where they usually do the Golden Globes. She was in Los Angeles at the Hilton or something like that. I can't remember where it is, but the Hilton I can't remember what the place is called, but she was, so they were in different spots. They were across the country, but the way that they inserted them into the stage was pretty cool. Like Tina Fey, it almost looked like she was actually grabbing Poehler's hair. I'm a huge Amy Poehler fan. I love Parks and Rec. So they've hosted these awards 3 times, I believe, already. So getting to see them again for the award show was pretty cool. They're pretty hilarious, but they weren't shy. They definitely weren't shy about saying some things about the association, letting them know that they think that there should be more persons of color amongst the people to pick the winners of the awards. There was just, and then, even some of the actors or actresses that won awards had spoken out about it. So it was good to see that everyone's still standing up for change. However, there was a few moments that were a little cringeworthy. I'm not going to lie. A couple moments where, and this is why I postponed yesterday's show, because I was watching the award ceremony. There was definitely some cringeworthy moments. I forget what his name is, but the guy that he was on, he was muted. He was muted. What's his name? Let me know in the comments what his name is. Nope. Jack Pierre says, I'm sad there's not going to be a Borat 3. So Borat's subsequent film won a bunch of awards last night. I was excited to see Jacquarius Brown win Best Visual Effects. He deserved it. I agree. I don't know. I mean, I don't really agree, but I'm just saying I agree because I don't remember who that is. So yeah, the guy was on mute for his whole speech, and then they cut it out, and then they ended up bringing him back, and he got to finish his speech. But he did the after show. So he did an after show with Entertainment Tonight or Entertainment Weekly or whoever it is. And he was so salty. They asked him about it. They were like, oh, like, we saw that you had some technical difficulties, yada, yada, yada. Like, are you glad that they let you come back on and do your speech? And he was just like, yeah, man, it was the Wi-Fi, man. It was the Wi-Fi, man. We're having some technical difficulties right now, man. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on right now? What is this? But yeah, it was really awkward. He made like a really awkward thing. But like, I know how that is. I know how it is to be talking and be muted. So like, I get aggravated too. So I guess I don't blame him for everything. But he still acted a little bit crazy afterwards, on that after show. But some notable winners and notable moments, where the first notable moment was that guy, right? Him being muted the whole time. Like, it was just really awkward. It was really awkward. So what was that? The muted speech was Christopher King. Dude was mad. Dude, so I'm saying, bro, he was he was terrifying when he was speaking afterwards. But Chloe Zhao, who directed Nomadland, became the second only ever woman director to win Best Director for Nomadland. So I thought that was really great to see her accepting in the award. We all know what Chloe Zhao is doing in the future. Super excited. I didn't watch Nomadland, and let's be real with each other. Most of these award ceremonies, the films that they do that win are films that really, like, it used to be back in the day where like the biggest films would win. Now it's definitely got some politics involved in it. And it's definitely like politically correct, right? So the winners are like obscure movies that, like older crowds like, and they're not like Avengers doesn't win awards, right? Nomadland wins awards. But Netflix did really, really well last night. I think they received the most nominations. So Netflix. So this is why I kind of wanted to talk about the Golden Globes. Film is changing. Think about this. Netflix was nominated for 42 awards last night. 40. Hold on. I'll say it again. Netflix was nominated for 42 awards last night. Most people, most directors, most actors or actresses 5-6 years ago thought that streaming was a joke. Or, it was more like 8 years ago, but to give it benefit of the doubt, streaming has come such a long way where now you watch an award ceremony and the streaming service, Netflix, takes home 42 awards, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad that people are taking these streaming services and these studios more seriously, if you will. So it was good to see. Like I said, Chadwick Boseman received his award posthumously for Best Actor in a Drama. It was accepted by his partner with the first of many tear-jerking moments from her, and it was in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Amy Poehler and Tina Fey hosted. Netflix took home 42 awards. Mank, the movie Mank for Netflix, received the most nominations of any film this year, but failed to win any. Then we have Netflix's The Crown. Sorry, I'm reading this. Netflix's The Crown garnered 6 noms as well for television. The historical drama took home awards for Best Drama and Best Actress. Best TV series went to Schitt's Creek, which also did really well last night. Best TV series, The Crown on Netflix. Best limited series, best limited TV series went to The Queen's Gambit. And that's not the only award the Queen's Gambit took home last night. Anya Taylor-Joy she won as well. But best performance by an actor in a TV series, musical or comedy, was Jason Sudeikis for his role in Ted Lasso. Best performance by an actor in a TV series, supporting role, went to my boy and my candidate for Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, went to John Boyega for his role in Small Axe. Borat's subsequent film won Best Comedy. Andrea Day won Best Actress in a Drama for The United States vs. Billie Holiday. Nomadland won Best Drama again. Like I said, Jane Fonda won the Cecil B. DeMille Award. Nomadland became the third. Oh my God. I can't read my own handwriting. Norman Lear became the third ever recipient of the Carol Burnett Award, and so many others. If you do want a list of all the big wins, you can head over to the Golden Globes website, or you can go to THR or CBS, yada yada yada. They all have the complete list. But those were what I thought was the most notable. Guys, we've already spoken about Amber Heard, and we know that she is going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. There's another thing that I would like to talk about. Yesterday was Mr. Zack Snyder's birthday, and fans did really, they went above and beyond, and they were showing their love and support for the director online, on Twitter, on Facebook, and we're going to take a look at a little video that was made by, I actually don't know who made it, but the Nerd Queens posted it. Meg posted it, so I'm assuming that they had a hand in it. But let's take a look at that. While I thought it was it was really cool. It was really touching, and I thought they did a really good job about it. So let's go ahead and watch that. I wish Zach a happy birthday. I hope you all did. As of right now, he's not getting as much recognition for Zack Snyder's Justice League as I think he should be. And it's up to us to let people know that, we appreciate him. We love him. Again, he's not being paid to make Justice League a second time. So he's doing this on his own dime, on his own time. Well, on his own time, which equals his own dime, right? Obviously, HBO Max gave him money to do it. But again, time is money, especially when he has other projects in the works right now. So he's taking time out of his schedule to give us our movie. He's doing it for so many good reasons. So it's up to us to remind him that we actually do care. But fans did a great job last night at showing support, or yesterday, at showing support for the director we call the boss. So let's take a look. Oh, I didn't share my audio per usual because I'm retarded. And I just don't know what I'm doing. So let me try that one more time. There's like a little share audio button, and you have to click it, and it's stupid. All right, so here it is. Let's take a look.
Happy birthday, Mr. Zack Snyder.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Very happy birthday.
I hope you have the best day ever.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Zack Snyder.
Happy birthday, Zach.
You have a fabulous day.
Happy birthday, Zach.
I hope you have a wonderful day surrounded by your family and loved ones.
March babies are the best.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother. We love you.
Very happy birthday.
Much life, more blessings. Thank you for everything you do.
Have a great one.
Aw, that was so cute.
Happy birthday, Mr. Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So
Happy birthday,
yeah,
Zach.
again,
Happy
fans went out of their way
Happy
to
birthday.
wish him a happy birthday.
Zach.
As we can see, we saw
Happy
I hope you
Fatma.
have the best
We
day
saw
ever.
there's
birthday,
Nana.
man.
Happy birthday, Zack Snyder.
Happy birthday, Zach.
There's that
You have a
guy, that
fabulous
girl.
day.
Happy birthday,
That's
Zach.
Zach
I hope
guy,
you have
right?
a
We all know that
wonderful
guy.
day surrounded
Just kidding.
by
I don't
your
know who that
family
is.
and loved ones.
March babies are the best.
There's
Happy birthday.
there's
Happy
Scott,
birthday, brother. We love
Meg,
you.
Very happy
there's
birthday.
Much life, more
Cole.
blessings. Thank you for everything you do.
Have a great one.
There's that guy. We know that guy too. Just kidding. I didn't really know. I think some of them are fans.
Happy
Let's stop
birthday,
watching
Mr.
this.
Zack.
But fans and everywhere, people all over the world, wishing their happy birthday to Zack Snyder in such a true, touching video. I'm assuming that the Nerd Queens made that because they were all in it, as well as like ACS and Scott. So they work with Scott on a couple things, and they, Wonder Meg does the World's Finest with. So I'm assuming that they made it. I'm assuming. But I could be making an ass out of you and me. Who knows? I didn't know Chloe Zhao was related to the late, great Don Zoa. He directed films in the 60s. I did not know that. Jack Pierre, Suicide Squad, won an award. Yep. And that's true. Zach truly loves what he does, and we love watching it. Raja! By the way, welcome, Raja23. But yeah, so it was really cool. I hope y'all said happy birthday to Zach. It was a good day. Nice little Sunday birthday. And again, we do have to thank him so much for what he does on a daily basis for the fans, for AFSP and especially for the DC universe. All right, so next up, so something actually that's also pertains to the Snyder Cut was Sean O'Connell's book drop today. So Sean's book dropped today. For everyone who has ordered a pre-order or has ordered a copy for themselves, you should be getting it any day now if you haven't already. But his book did hit shelves today. And take a look at what some people are saying about it. For this one, I actually don't need audio. That's great. But I will. I'll still share the audio. So let's take a look at what some people are saying about it. I noticed that, well, I'll read something real quick. So I did write about it. So Sean O'Connell's book dropped today, and fans and readers from around the country started receiving copies. The response seems to be pretty positive, with some even saying that their local Barnes & Noble had some of the books on the shelves. If you haven't, order your copy now anywhere books are sold. Sean is a good friend of the show, so we did our part in supporting him by ordering 3 copies, one for each of us. But look at that. Number one at $13.69. It's not a bad deal. Released the Snyder Cut, the crazy true story behind the Release the Snyder Cut movement and Zack Snyder's Justice League. But it was number 1 on Amazon today, and it has been for a couple days now. So Sean took. Come on with the thing. Sean was saying thank you to everyone, but for the most part, I'm seeing pretty positive things. Overall, positive things. People are saying, Release the Snyder Cut book is out. Sean O'Connell talk about the book, the film industry, yada yada. So I got to say a couple things. I've been on Twitter for an entire year. I knew nothing about the Release the Snyder Cut community. Honestly, the very day I was on this app, the Release the Snyder Cut trended, and I thought to myself, wait, there's actually a movement in support of Zack Snyder. And this is a little thread that I thought was kind of cool. So obviously there he's holding the book. The next one was, because I was a huge fan and hated the theatrical, but, not being on Twitter, the mainstream outlets and websites like Collider kept the narrative constantly in flux, that the Snyder Cut didn't exist. I had to stop listening to a lot of podcasts because that's what they rambled about incessantly. Regardless, I immediately hopped in because it's what was right. Then I found out about Ink to the People and what the Release the Snyder Cut community had done. I was baffled at how amazing and remarkable something like this existing is. Then I tuned in on May 20th, driving my forklift in the lumberyard just to listen to Zach talk. And the Snyder Cut is announced. Wow, what a time. 17 days, the Release the Snyder Cut book might have a lot of common knowledge to most fans, but it made me appreciate being part of something so driven and unique. Thanks to Sean O'Connell for writing it and everyone in the community for fighting so hard for so long. That's a really good thread. I thought that was really done well. And it was really, so we now obviously here we see that, he's pretty happy about it. Lots of fans, showing their support for the book. Look, he even tweeted our thing. Thank you, Sean. So he tweeted our show out because I did mention him and that I was going to be talking about the book today. Again, it was number 1. Sean is awesome and deserves this completely. I'm very happy for Sean. And, we've have nothing but good things to say about Sean and his book. I've read it. I think it was really done well. People did have some issues with certain things. Some mole diversity, that show, they were saying that there wasn't enough people of color being interviewed. But I did read the table of contents or where he sourced his quotes from, and there was plenty. There was plenty of it. So I'm not really sure. Zach was involved at a limited capacity in the making of this book. He did an interview specifically for the book and helped Sean, get some quotes. So, he didn't make the book necessarily, but he did contribute to it. And he does know about it. He knew that the book was being made. Sorry, I had to get a drink. My mouth is so parched right now. Ugh. Jack says he forgot about the book. But yeah, so he did have a hand in doing an interview for the book, and it was really cool. It was a really great piece of the book. But the book basically details from start to finish what the Snyder Cut movement did, why it was important, why the movie separates itself from 2017's Justice League. It doesn't really go into too much detail about what happened behind the scenes, but I don't think it had to. That wasn't this book's job. This book's job was to highlight the key moments in the movement, and it did very well at doing that. Film Junkie was mentioned in the book. There was a quote from Scott, who will never let you forget that he was quoted in the book. He'll always let you know that he was in the book, and he'll tell you over and over again about it. So, Scott from Squadcast Media was in it. Garza had a quote. I think Garza had a quote in it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But yeah, so a lot of people were involved in it. A lot of people got in on it, and a lot of people were featured. I do recommend it. I recommend reading the book. It's a really good read. It's not too thick. It's around like 150 pages, 130 pages, something like that. So it's only $13.69 on Amazon. So head over and get your copy. Head over and get your copy now. I do have one other thing I think that we can look at now. Let's look at it. We're going to take a look over at Zach's page because, and the reason I'm doing this right now is because, Zach was on IGN Film Fest. I keep calling it Fan Fest like an idiot. But Zach was on IGN's Film Fest the other day. It was Saturday morning. Yeah, it was Saturday morning. He did a panel for the convention, and he shared with us another look at some really, really cool stuff regarding the Snyder Cut. I really enjoyed it, and it's kind of just take a look at it. So let's watch it together. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek skis. I hope you guys can hear that. Did I share the audio? Probably not. I probably didn't share the audio, but that's okay. It's a cool song. I agree, by the way, Jack. I would love these as posters. Such an amazing, like the detail in it is so clean. There we see Aquaman and that monster that he fought to get the armor. There's the Kryptonian ship that was terraforming in Man of Steel. The drop ships. This reminds me of the opening of Watchmen for some reason. I don't know about anyone else, but it reminds me of the opening of Watchmen, like for some weird reason. But yeah, so that was that. And I thought it was done really well. It was really cool to see. Like I said, it really did remind me of the opening of Watchmen. And I think it's because it's how it played and the music that they used. It really reminded me of the opening of Watchmen with like the dramatic music, and the way it flowed reminded me of Watchmen opening. So I thought that was really cool. But Zach did answer a lot of questions that morning on Saturday morning. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a fan of some of the questions that IGN asked. They did open it up with something about Batman killing, which I thought really like started the interview really awkward. They asked questions that weren't necessarily relevant or they had already been asked. And there was it seems like they had a Jeff Johns comic book in the background. I'm like, what are you doing, IGN? Like, have you not done any research on this? Like, do you know what's going on in this realm? Because like it seemed like they were really quick. They weren't as prepared as I'd hoped they would be. They were asking weird questions, but they did get into some questioning that I thought was interesting. Someone had came on, they brought a fan on to ask the question, if HBO Max were to offer you money, would you do Justice League 2? He was quoted as saying, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'll believe it when I see it. So that's not, okay. He's not leaving. He's not shutting the door. He's not closing the door on it. He's definitely, open to doing Justice League 2 and potentially 3. It's just HBO Max hasn't offered it to him yet. And that's not a bad thing, right? I think they want to see how the Snyder Cut does overall before they green light anything. That's not a bad thing. I'm all for it. So, guys, if you haven't watched that interview, if you haven't watched that panel, definitely check it out. I have a couple really like obscure things that I want to talk about. And did you know that Will Smith, my boy, I'm a huge Will Smith fan, by the way. If anyone knows me, they know that I am a huge, huge, huge Will Smith fan. I'm like I said, I love the guy. I think he's tremendous. I'm over the moon about Will Smith. He was asked, would you ever consider running for president? And he said, I quote, wait, I can't quote it because I don't have the thing with me. Oh, God, where'd it go? I need the quote. Okay. Here it is. Oh, God, I didn't write the fucking quote down. God damn it. But Will Smith is not ruling out running for president. Would you vote for Will Smith? I would vote for Will Smith. Would you vote for Will Smith? I'd vote for Will Smith. Will Smith for president. What's the next year that we can vote? 2024? Will Smith for president, 2024. I'm starting the campaign now. If anyone wants in on it, let me know in the DMs. We'll get it going. Will Smith for president, 2024. Imagine that. Donald Trump running against Joe Biden. Will Smith and Donald Trump running against Joe Biden. I think that would be crazy. What a crazy race. Versus The Rock. The Rock versus Will Smith versus Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. What an epic presidential fucking race that would be. Guys, T.I. is not going to be coming back for Ant-Man 3. I don't know if you care. I don't know how you feel about it, but T.I. not coming back for Ant-Man 3. I don't know why he's not coming back for Ant-Man 3, but I did read a little bit about it, that he's just not. So T.I. Played like a character in Ant-Man, like a sub character, a side character, supporting role, but he won't be returning for Ant-Man 3 for an unforeseen reasons. Like I said, I didn't read too much into it, but I did want to let you guys know that T.I. I thought his character in Ant-Man was pretty good too. I was excited to see him in Ant-Man 3. The supporting characters in Ant-Man 3 are some of the best parts of the movie. Well, in Ant-Man, I should say, not Ant-Man 3. The supporting characters like Michael Pena, T.I., that like the other foreign guy, I always forget his name, but I thought they did really well. So I'm kind of disappointed that T.I. is not making the comeback for Ant-Man 3. But I guess no love lost, right? No love found. That's okay. So again, I do want to say that I'm giving away Superior Octopus Pop, mint condition, just purchased, Superior Octopus, to anyone who DMs me. Well, the first person to DM me the answer to this question. Patrick Wilson is famous for playing several characters One of them being Orm, Aquaman's brother in Aquaman, the franchise, and the DC universe. But he did also play another character. The first person to tell me who that character is in my DMs on Twitter will win Superior Octopus. So it's a little, it's a fun fact, and it's a fun little question. So the first person to answer that question, who did Patrick Wilson play besides Orm in the DC universe, will get that pop. I'll ship it to you. No big deal. On me. Don't worry about the shipping. I'll take care of it. Tiny, his wife, accused him of sexual abuse. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. T.I.? Apparently that's why. Okay. So is his name's okay, hold on a second. T.I.'s wife is named Tiny? That's her name? My God. T.I. and Tiny. They're having some disputes. That's not good. That's not good. That makes a little bit more sense as to why that he's not returning for Ant-Man 3. I did like his character in Ant-Man 3, but if that's the case, sexual abuse, domestic violence can't be tolerated, especially among actors and actresses who do work for Marvel or DC or any of those big studios. Domestic violence typically isn't accepted. It's not tolerated, and you will be terminated. So apparently T.I. is now being accused by his wife, Tiny. Huh? I just can't say that with utter confidence. I don't know why. But T.I. apparently being accused of domestic abuse. So he won't be returning for Ant-Man 3. Guys, before I head out, I do want to remind you that this weekend is going to be really fun. And we hope that you'll all be there. We're doing a double feature weekend. So Liz Wonder, the Wonder Woman cosplayer, will join the Pop Culture Corner on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She will be here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. And then Saturday, we'll be doing the interview that we were supposed to do this last Saturday, but it got canceled due to the guest having a family emergency. So Marcel will be on Saturday, Liz Wonder on Friday. We're doing a double feature weekend. The last thing before I go is I stole this from Rasha. Comic-Con 2021 has officially been canceled. Unfortunately, due to the ongoing worldwide coronavirus pandemic, San Diego Comic-Con. So we'll read it together. As you may be aware, due to the concern for public health and safety, San Diego Comic Convention had to cancel both of its in-person events in 2020 and recently announced that our spring 2021 show, WonderCon, so this is the one that we're talking about right now. So WonderCon in Anaheim will also be canceled. In its place, WonderCon at home will once again be held as a free online event on March 26th and March 27th, 2021. So March 26th and March 27th, oh God, I just hiccuped. As we know, Comic-Con was canceled, but WonderCon in Anaheim was also canceled, but they will be doing a free virtual event again on March 26th and March 27th. They go on to kind of outline that they're working closely with the CDC or state guidelines, in accordance to state guidelines, I should say. And they don't want to do an in-person convention due to risks of spreading. Okay. Oh, that was her stage name. Hashtag cancel Rasha. Yes. Hashtag cancel Rasha. She's not here again. But yeah. So WonderCon, our WonderCon at home will be on March 26th and March 27th. So basically, this is why I bring this up. So basically, we're going to be doing a Pop Culture Corner WonderCon experience. So come join us on March 26th and March 27th, and we'll watch WonderCon together. We'll go over all the panels, and we'll have a good time together. We'll wake up and we'll finish the day together. We'll do the whole WonderCon experience, together. It's going to be a good time. March 18th, we'll also be doing all-day coverage. If the movie drops at 2:30, 2 hours before that, we'll go live with our pre-show. We'll take 4 hours off and watch the film, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and then we'll come back right after and review it. So that's on March 18th. March 26th, March 27th, we'll be doing the WonderCon experience together as a team, as a viewership, as a fan base. Let's get it. And then on March 31st, we'll be doing our Godzilla vs. Kong live show, baby, presented by Showcase Cinemas, our new sponsor for when new movies come out. And we have a couple commercials for that coming out soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today for TY's Corner. I'll be back again tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we have a special guest joining Quick Dip. We're not going to say who it is. Just come find out. We'll announce it on Wednesday who the guest is. But I do want to let you guys know that I've been in talks with Harry Lennox, who plays Martian Manhunter, who is also in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and will be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've been in talks with Harry Lennox to come on the show. I've also been in talks with Allison Crowe, who sang at Autumn Snyder's funeral and is going to sing the Hallelujah cover in Zack Snyder's Justice League at the end for the end credits. So I've also talked to Brandon Spinks, who plays young Bruce Wayne in Batman vs. Superman. So I'm in talks with all three about getting them on the show. So stay tuned. Who knows? Wednesday might be one of them. Might be. Who knows? It might not be, though. Might be after. It might be next week. It might be the week after that. Who knows? But who knows? Guess you'll just have to come and find out. Love you guys. I'll see you. Oh, I can't just do that. I can't just do that to you, can I? Can I just do that to you guys? No. But yeah, no, I'm serious. I've talked to all of them. We're working stuff out right now. I think it's always been a lifelong dream of mine to interview Harry Lennox. So that's one that means the most to me. But Allison Crowe, that one would be really, really cool too. Stephen Colbert is also going to be joining the show from Screen Rant this month. So it could be any one of those people on Wednesday, but you'll have to come tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Become a patron if you'd like to find out who Wednesday's guest is a little bit earlier than everyone. On Tuesday, we'll announce that for the patrons. On Wednesday, we'll announce it to the public. Guys, we do it for you, and we do it for the culture. Join me tomorrow at 5 o'clock, which is our new start time for TY's Corner, The Daily Show. I haven't been able to start at that time for a couple days due to certain things. But starting tomorrow, TY's Corner will be live every day that there's not another show. So that would be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. On Sunday, we're going to be taking the day off completely for now on. So Sunday, no shows will come out unless it's a pre-recorded podcast. Those shows air on Sunday. But Sunday is going to be the Pop Culture Corner day off completely. But Saturday, we do the podcast. Wednesday, we do Quick Tip. Every other day except Sunday, TY's Corner is live every single time. Check out our recent podcast episode. We changed the format completely. The podcast is no longer reporting the news. It's just a conversation about our favorite pop culture, the way it was meant to be the whole time. However, TY's Corner, The Daily Show, that's where we're going to be doing a lot of the breaking stories, a lot of the news, a lot of the reporting. So we're not going to do it again on the podcast on Saturday. So we've changed the format for the podcast. I think you guys should all check it out. It was really, really fun episode. We talked about Swamp Thing, Titans, Pokemon Anniversary. We talked about a lot of different things on the podcast this previous week. Check it out. It's available now on all of our platforms. The link is also in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Guys, tune in tomorrow. I can't wait. I do it for you, and we do it for culture.